No wonder the fans call him Sir Bobby. Tyneside's black and white knight is ready to take Newcastle back into Europe, from rock bottom into the Champions League in less than 3 years. United have blazed their way into the European Champions League qualifiers. First, Bobby brought in key signings.
This is Bellamy with a chance. He's taken it this time. It's Craig Bellamy. He takes it. Oh! Robert!
Then he inspired his captain to a record-breaking campaign.
200 Premiership goals for Alan Shearer.
But it wasn't all about results, it was about winning in style. Newcastle were back as everybody's favourite other team. It was just like the Keegan years. The football was flowing, the goals were coming. The entertainers are back in tune. This is the record of a tremendous season that started a full month before the league campaign. United's European adventure kicked off in northern Belgium against Sporting Lokeren in the Intertoto Cup. Bobby Robson had called his players back early, including Tynesider Robbie Elliott, who came home on a free from Bolton. Bobby hoped to take them through the back door into Europe. It was the first English club match of the season, so Sven-Göran Eriksson was there to meet up with United's own former England boss. On the pitch, Warren Barson led the team to a 4-0 first leg win. No signs of any summer stiffness. Newcastle played some flowing football with Craig Bellamy providing the spark. He set up Wayne Quinn for his first goal in black and white. Shola Amiobi scored twice, dancing past the Belgian back line for his first, and holding off the Lokeren defenders to finish well for his second. The contest was effectively over, and the fourth goal was an overhead kick. Lemano Lualua celebrated his back flip with a back flip. We'd see a few more of these in the next 10 months. 7 days on, Saturday night football came to St James's.
Dabizas is up there, and Speed also looking to attack a ball floated in. That's what it is, and he never reached Dabizas. Mercedes gets around his man. That's good work from the Argentine player. Not a bad ball into the middle, and it's gone in. And Bellamy it is with a big smile. And that's the first time Newcastle fans get the chance to salute a goal from their new £6.5 million signing.
Bit of a lucky goal, you know, but I'll take those sort of goals. You know, you need that sort of goal, to be honest, when you come to a new club. But I'm happy with that.
Newcastle returned to the continent in the semi-final, this time to do battle with the Germans. May the BMW, that's best men win. 1860 Munich provided the opposition. This England-Germany match didn't go to a penalty shootout, but there were 2 penalties and 9 goals over the 2 legs.
Here's Norberto Solano. Speed, and Solano did well to continue his run. Bellamy to his left, and Amiobi to his right. Here's Solano! Fantastic goal! What a goal by Norberto Solano! Bellamy now for Newcastle. He's been brought down, it's a penalty! Bellamy's gone down, fouled by Reset. And as Newcastle congratulate Craig Bellamy, they've won a penalty. Solano has already scored 1. He scored 2! What a night for Newcastle! Great touch by Solano, and then had the ball ripped from him. Hessler. Terrific ball, terrific goal! Agostino halves Newcastle United's lead. which Hessler takes. Given stays on his line. Great block. 2-2. Tapalovic draws the sides level. Now, can Newcastle just turn one of these chances into another goal? Quinn. Solano. It's there! A third goal for Newcastle. Extraordinary.
Newcastle's new £9.5 million signing Laurent Robert was introduced to the United fans before the second leg. The Frenchman then saw his teammates see off the Germans.
Speed making a familiar run and gets to it. That is trademark Speed. A terrific start there for Newcastle United. But that was just perfect. 1860 with an opening here perhaps. That was always looking a goal from the moment that breakthrough came. And it's finished off there by Marcus Schroth. Over there by Thomas Hassler. Wallah has snatched it back. A real chance here for a goal. Oh, that's beautifully taken. Elisef made the mistake, got the ball trapped under his foot. Luar was in there. Keeper committed himself and he found the corner of the net. Elliott knocks it into the middle. Oh, there was a hand up there, surely. Yes, penalty. And it's Tiksa. Now, he's already been booked. Solano scores! And it's an emphatic victory now for Newcastle United.
After Belgium and Germany, the next stop on United's European tour was the Champagne region of France. This was one of 3 Intertoto Cup finals. The winners would qualify for the UEFA Cup, but both defences held firm in the first leg. It'd be all to play for back in England. Before the return match though, Newcastle saluted their long-serving midfield general, Robert Lee. Athletic Bilbao provided the opposition for Rob's testimonial match, and they even had the cheek to win it, courtesy of a deflected goal. Undaunted, Rob received a silver salver to mark the occasion. Soon Newcastle will be starting the season proper and a real quest for silverware.
I enjoyed the day. The occasion's been fantastic, and yeah, the weather's held off, and it's been a great day.
Chelsea against Newcastle at Stamford Bridge. The first Premiership match of the season and the first to be shown on pay-per-view television. Bobby Robson couldn't wait to get going, but this was London, remember, and back in August, Newcastle didn't win in the capital.
Well shot on the back post, Hasselbank as well in the middle. It's gone short to Zola, the pull back to Zenden, equally good on left or right, and he proves it. Oh, it's gone in! What a mistake by Shea Given! And Zenden, on his debut, gives Chelsea the lead, only 8 minutes gone. I think Bacedas will tee it up for Robert, he has. Oh, and again, he's missed it, and Acuña's on hand. They've got the goal, their second half performance has deserved. Both the goals today have come from goalkeeping errors.
Back to the Intertoto Cup, and it was winner takes all between Newcastle and Troyes in the second leg of the final at St James's. Gary Speed had missed the Chelsea match, but he was back from injury to take his place in midfield. The defenders had dominated in France, but not in this one.
Good high-tempo start by Newcastle United. That's what Bobby Robson was talking about in the last hour. He said he wanted to put pressure on the Troyes defence. Solano! Oh, it's a beauty! Norberto Solano is back in England and back with a super goal. Leroy. Good strike, it's gone in. Shea Given's made another error. Just going back to Pat's point, I should point out that the weather conditions weren't brilliant now before kick-off. There's an opening here for Troyes. They've pinched a second goal. Would you believe it? Gousset has scored to make it 2-1. Warren Barton decided not to give the ball to Shea Given, and he's got himself in a bit of trouble here. Rodden's won the ball here. Gousset. It's come off the upright. Boots out. That could be it. That could be the goal to take Troyes through to the UEFA Cup. Oh my goodness, Newcastle United have been guilty of giving the ball away with unforced errors. Roten with a cross in towards Boutal. Fantastic goal. Credit where credit's due. Troyes have been absolutely awesome tonight.
You wouldn't have thought so after the first 5 minutes, would you?
Solano, Amiobi! Don't switch off just yet. Bernard, oh, he was brought down. Now, can Newcastle just find that chink of light? That's a penalty, it is! Oh, we could have a dramatic ending to this game. It's Gary Speed. This would be a remarkable fight back for Newcastle United. He scored! Oh, the ones who went early are regretting it now. Lua to take it. And Tabis has lost it, it's in the back of the net. Incredible! It's 4-4.
I'm still not a big believer in that tournament, to be honest. You could say it was successful, you could say it wasn't, because we never got into Europe. But on the other hand, it gave us some valuable match practice in a competition and set the season off very good.
But it stood us in good stead. We're very disappointed, I tell you. But we got over it quickly. The Premiership is exciting, and we knew the Worthington Cup was coming up, and then, you know, it was a long season. So we got over it.
Newcastle's next midweek fixture was at the city's Civic Centre. The Variety Club was paying tribute to Alan Shearer. Newcastle's former England captain was the guest of honour, and 3 former England managers were part of the audience. Shearer wears his heart on his sleeve and was on his way back from injury. The Sunderland match was coming up. He couldn't wait to be in black and white.
I've played one full practice game and 145 minutes yesterday. I feel fine, but there's only one way to get match fitness, and that's by playing games. I might be a bit short to start on Saturday, but
Sunday.
I'll ask him Sunday. I'll ask him tomorrow if I can be sub. Who knows? I'll be a damn sight happier to be sub in this Sunderland game than I was the last one.
The last one, of course, was when Shearer was left on the bench by Ruud Gullit. But this was Bobby's team, and there's no bigger match in the North East than Newcastle against Sunderland. No bigger stage to make your comeback.
Schwartz. Phillips! 34th minute. And Shearer continues to sit on the sidelines. Robert's ball. It's Bellamy. It's 1-1.
What a ball this is. Absolutely perfect. Because for the first time it's in front of Craig Bellamy. I think Sorensen will be a little disappointed with this. It goes under his body. It's well struck. He hits the target.
Well, if what he does on the pitch is a tenth as good as the welcome, Newcastle will romp it. Talk about folk hero.
Gary has a goal threat.
Shearer's header, Acuña's header, Solano! He's had 2 chances to win the day for Newcastle.
I'm disappointed that on our performance we didn't win it. We played well enough to win this match, and that's for sure. And I think Peter Reid and his team will be far happier going out of this place tonight with a point than what maybe we are leaving the ground with just a point.
Great to be back. It sent a shiver down my spine when I got up and warmed up for the first time, and obviously when I went on, the reception was fantastic. It makes all the hard work in the summer and all the afternoons when you're slogging away on your own, it makes it all worthwhile.
Shearer had retired from international football, so England came to him instead. Fresh from a tremendous 5-1 win in Germany, Sven-Göran Eriksson brought the national team to Tyneside. England would take on and beat Albania in the next crucial World Cup qualifying match at St James's Park. The Geordie public would play their part and cheer the country to the World Cup finals in Japan and South Korea.
And the ground was beautiful. The stadium was well presented. We had a full house. You know, we had God Save the Queen and all of that goes with it. It was just a lovely, wonderful footballing occasion. It was just an English occasion, which sometimes I think a lot of other countries just can't put on. We can. We're good at that sort of thing.
The Premier League had taken a 2-week break, and that was time for Newcastle's captain to declare himself fully available for selection. So, another derby match and another comeback. Bobby put Shearer in from the start against Middlesbrough at the Riverside.
It's with the free kick then. Cooper's there, and it's gone in the far corner. Colin Cooper's given Middlesbrough the lead. 4 minutes gone. Now Bellamy's away now. He's got Laurent Robert to his left. This is Robert, and Robert is flying. And Schwartz has brought him down. That's a penalty. And Schwartz is in trouble. Greening was trying to catch up with him, and the keeper was always struggling. And Mark Schwarzer is out of this game. Frost is in goal. Shearer looking to celebrate his return. And of course he does. 1-1. Shearer straight back into the old routine, tucking it away out of the keeper's reach. That one's left a bit short. Ince. And now Gibbons brought down Ince. That's a penalty as well. Ince trying to take it round the keeper, and just a yellow card for Gibbon. Graham Poll awarding his second penalty. Greening saved. Gibbon on the pitch to do the job. Martin finding Laurent Robert, who's got a yard or two here. He can really deliver them. And here comes Davizas. And Newcastle have scored again. Nikos Davizas so loves to come forward there, and he was too quick for the defenders. Mobley. Awkward bounce there for Steve Vickers. Robert is onto it. Here goes Robert, and the Frenchman gets his first goal for Newcastle. 2 in 2 minutes. It's 3-1, and Laurent Robert has arrived all right. Punishing Steve Vickers, taking it around Mark Crossley, and a cool finish. Here's Robert again. What an impact he's had on Earth. He's back at the double.
He did very well. I think he would have liked to have been kept on in the case he got a hat-trick. But to score 2 goals on his first game back after several months out shows the quality of the man. The penalty wasn't easy because there was a pandemonium of noise at that end. As he took the penalty, he stayed calm, as we know Alan can, and a great finish from a wonderful Laurent Robert pass, for the 4th goal in his second.
Another month, another cup competition. The second round of the Worthington Cup against 2nd Division Brentford. There were first starts for Steve Harper, Andy Griffin and Andy O'Brien. But there was a first half goal for the 2nd Division side. Newcastle needed a fight back.
Shearer backing into Powell. Good challenging. Solano, chance to pick out a cross. Will it come in? It's in the back of the net. It's 1-1.
Brentford had taken it into extra time, but Bellamy came off the bench and made the difference.
Roberto Bellamy, gold to silver boots. Craig Bellamy comes inside. Craig Bellamy, great shot, great goal. 2-1 Newcastle. Knew what was on, came inside his man, picked the spot, near post. Ball on the top, Bellamy might get in again. Craig Bellamy to finish it. Craig Bellamy, see you later. Newcastle United headed for the 3rd round of the Worthington Cup, and Craig Bellamy didn't make the starting 11, but he has now finished the job. It went right through. Bellamy had the freshest legs on the pitch and the clearest head. 3-1 Newcastle. And that's better. And now somebody says shoot, and Luar, well, it's not his style, is it, frankly? He'd rather dribble around the rest of them, but it's a great ball through. It's Solano, it's played across, it's Bellamy, and it's a hat-trick! Thank you very much indeed.
It's working out well at the moment. It's been a good start to my Newcastle career, but hopefully, it continues. But I'm just delighted, you know, being at a club like this and great support, and I'm really, you know, chuffed to beans at the moment.
A sensational game is heading for a sensational climax. Nobody enjoys scoring goals against Manchester United quite like Alan Shearer. It needed a deflection to find its way in, but inside the last 10 minutes, Shearer struck, and by the outstretched foot of Wes Brown, Newcastle United lead again.
Man United was a right sort of Bobby Dazzler. It was fantastic. We played some great football. We got a 3-3. A lot of people thought we would dip, but I knew we didn't. I really fancied us at 3-3, even though I saw 3-1 go to 3-2 and then 3-3. But I knew we were strong. I knew we had some strong mentality in the team, and I didn't think we'd lose it.
Man United attacking are probably the best in the in the league. As you say, we're 3-1 up or whatever, and they come back. They 3 alls like the red arrows coming at us at one stage. But to be fair to the lads, we dug in, and you know, we got the winner in the end, and you know, the roof nearly came off the St James's Park, which was special, and you know, it was a good day at the office.
That game was a great game, it really was, and I said after that game that I thought it was better than the 5-0 when Kevin was manager against Man United, and because I think that game had everything. It had 7 great goals. It had 2 sides who were committed to try and win the game and going forward, leaving little gaps at the back, and both opposition thought they could outscore the other, and we were fortunate on the day that we outscored them and got 3 great points from a very, very exciting game.
A fabulous victory, but sadly for Shearer, the FA's so-called dubious goals committee ruled his deflected strike was an own goal, so he went up for sale. A life-size model of England's best number 9 of the 90s was among several from the Premier League Hall of Fame to go up for auction. Also on offer at Sotheby's in London, a fabulous selection of Newcastle United programmes dating back to the 19th century. Real collector's items. After one of the best matches of the season against Manchester United came one of the worst away to West Ham. Yet another trip to London producing yet another defeat. An early penalty appeal was turned down, and once again Newcastle's luck was out.
Just got to sleep a little bit, Newcastle here for the quick kick.
Courtois, finished off by Don Hutchison. Kicked away from the Chilean. Might skip away from Warren Barton here to suit Di Canio. Courtois up with him, but Di Canio going his own way and making it 2-0. Freddie Canute, 3-0.
Back at home, the ex-England boss was up against the ex-England under-21 boss next. Leicester's Peter Taylor was a manager under pressure. City finished the season with only 5 Premiership wins. This wasn't one of them.
And now here's Shearer again. Looking for Laurent Robert. Oh, he missed his kick. Oh, well, Newcastle claiming a penalty. He'll argue that Isak got a piece of him. Maybe he took his trailing leg. Shearer's flick. It's fallen for Bellamy. Craig Bellamy tries to find Solano. Solano first time. Beautifully finished. 1-0 Newcastle. Direct play from Bellamy, slid his teammate in, Solano got across his man.
We needed 3 points tonight to get us back on track. I felt it was more than a 1-0, I thought we should have been 2 or 3 easy, but they defended well and the keeper played quite well for them as well.
The 4th home Premiership match of the season brought the first home defeat. Liverpool had won the FA Cup, the Worthington Cup and the UEFA Cup the previous season. Their manager Gerard Houllier and his team were in the Champions League. That's where Newcastle wanted to be.
Dabizas underneath it. This is Rob Lee. That's fallen for Risa. Risa, oh, he has got some left foot. Less than 3 minutes gone, 1-0. Bobby Robson, that's not gone the way he had planned. This is Murphy. Fowler gives him the return, and Murphy is away from the defence. That's a great finish, real composure for 2-0 Liverpool.
United's loan signing from Paris Saint-Germain, Sylvain Distin, made his first start in the third round of the Worthington Cup. Fellow Frenchman Olivier Bernard was also involved against First Division Barnsley, and Gary Speed was back as United continued on the cup trail.
Barton. Oh, that's run beautifully through to Bellamy, and another fine save from Andy Marriott.
Lumsden swings it in, it's a dangerous one. Harper committed himself. He needed to get it on target, and that's a fantastic reaction save from Harper. Here's Bernal. Fine ball, great take by Robert. He has Shearer, he has Bellamy in a great position. This is Bellamy with a chance. He's taken it this time. It's 1-0 Newcastle. It's Craig Bellamy. This is his competition. The hat-trick that got them to this stage. Has he got the goal that takes them to the next level? Craig Bellamy.
You've settled in ever so well at Newcastle. I mean, what's been the secret?
I don't know. I'm just taking every game as it comes. I'm working with great people. The staff, the fitness coaches, I'm really good. I'm getting a lot of benefit from him. The players are great to play with, and it's just I'm improving all the time from it, and I'm just enjoying my football a lot.
Newcastle's biggest away win came at the Reebok Stadium.
Robbie Elliott, delighted to be recalled to play against his old club, of course, and finding Shearer, and Solano just about stretches and turns it in. Bold defenders appealing for offside. Shearer knew exactly what he wanted to do then. Excellent ball from Elliott, and Solano just turned it in, and that's a goal. Robert. Shearer's through the middle. Yaskalainen's come out. Oh, you can't do that. And he's off. Deliberate handball. Bolton are in trouble as well. They've not got a substitute keeper. So Bo Hansen's had to go in goal. He's got to face this free kick. Robert. Oh, that's tough on the standing keeper. Robert, no sympathy at all. Many other keepers are going to find out what Robert can do from set pieces. There again, bangs in the middle, and Shearer! He absolutely revels in service like that. Real pace on the cross, and Shearer first to it. Shearer's out wide now. He can deliver a good ball as well. He's got Bellamy there, and Bellamy's got his goal, and that is 4-0. Shearer the provider this time. Just pulling that ball back at the right angle. Bellamy did the rest.
So an excellent away win at Bolton, but Newcastle's home form was floundering. Spurs came to St James's and provided another England link between the managers. In a bid to outwit Glenn Hoddle, Bobby Robson changed the system. But Tottenham's tactics won the day.
Ziege. Anderton's got a bit of space here. They've not got that clear. Anderton again. That's got in. It seemed to get a touch off Gary Speed. Anderton taking the defence out wide. That's an excellent cross. And here comes Poyet. That was who they were supposed to be man marking, but it's 2-0. Shearer. Oh, good ball through the middle for Craig Bellamy. Now he's got the pace. Has he got the finish? He's got the support, but he's put it wide.
North East referee Jeff Winter was the man in the middle at Goodison Park. North East lad Robbie Elliott was recalled. United were back to 4-4-2 and back to winning ways.
Newcastle haven't got this one away yet. Ravison. Oh, excellent shot and great work by Shea Given as well. Solano. Bellamy's giving it a chase. That's a terrible mix-up and Bellamy can't fail to score. Xavier and Gerrard, what a tangle. Completely poleaxed then, Xavier, and step in. Gary Speed. Shearer's got an option outside of him, doesn't want it, doesn't need it. Solano nips in there with a cheeky header. Roberto Solano doesn't get many headers, but that one found the corner of the net. Alex Arneson's corner, and Weir. That's a really solid header to pull one back for Everton. Bellamy, too quick for Everton. Bellamy's off on an absolute flyer, and he's got options in the middle. Here comes Robert, Acuna, handed to him on a plate. The pace of Bellamy was blinding, and Robert, a perfect gent, after you, Claude, or actually after you, Clarence.
When Aston Villa came, they were top.
Only 2 of the top 6 play today. They emerged from the same Tyneside tunnel. The local heroes have lost their last 2 home games, so they're especially thankful that Laurent Robert, their flying Frenchman, has overcome his virus to play.
This was Alan Shearer's 400th league match, and he scored the North East goal of the season.
Solano for Shearer. And there's a good ball, and it's stopped just about by Schmeichel. Speed for Lee. Oh, clever ball in here for Bellamy. Oh, what a goal! Absolutely terrific from Craig Bellamy. Solano's come over to oversee the set piece, forward for which is O'Brien amongst others. Solano's ball in, Shearer! Grazed the post. Alan Shearer, Gallagher end. Simply a treat of a goal, with the mark of a master craftsman. Only won it back for Bellamy. It's Craig Bellamy. Oh, he's only nutmegged Schmeichel. Craig Bellamy, cheeky chappy that he is. Lee played him in. Schmeichel's denied him a couple of times in the game, but he picked his target then. And Newcastle United are 3 to the good. 2 more, and they will be second in the Premiership tonight.
My 2 daughters were mascot that day, and I had to do something special for them to remember the day. And obviously, I did out there at that end of the ground, the Gallagher end, and a great ball in by Rob Lee. And sometimes you look foolish when you try those efforts, and there was no one in the middle, and I thought, we'll have a go and see what happens. And thankfully for me and for everyone else, it went in the back of the net, and it was one of my better goals, put it that way.
Fulham is full of Newcastle connections and former players like Louis Saha, Lee Clark and Alan Goma. Bobby Robson was a player and a manager at Craven Cottage, but it wasn't a winning return. Remember, this was London.
Elliott's underneath it. Haven't got it away though. Back for Saha. Oh, that's a magnificent effort from Louis Saha. Here's Saha again. This is Legwinski, and Newcastle carved apart again. 2-0. Aaron Hughes in a good position to deliver the cross. A good ball in as well. And Gary Speed, that is textbook Gary Speed. Excellent running there by the fullback, and a top quality cross. Dangerous near post header from Melville, and Barry Hales is there for 3-1. With the flick on Robert. Goma's gone across to try to tackle him, but he's put him on the deck, and that's a penalty. Robert the victim, Goma the guilty party. Shearer against Van der Sar, and an excellent save, and Shearer wants another penalty for that challenge from Goma, but the chance is gone.
Derby County won't be visiting Newcastle in the Premiership for a little while. They went down at the end of the season. They went down 1-0 in a match of 2 penalties at St James's Park.
Good run, broken up. Is it a penalty? It is. And it will be a penalty kick. Riggott, who slid it there, Did he make contact? Shearer against Poon. And scores! Just before the half hour. Really well taken kick this time by Shearer, sending Poon in the wrong direction. Barnew now. He's got Capone ahead of him. Ravanelli through the centre. Here is Ravanelli looking to bundle his way through. And what has the referee given here? He's given a penalty. Derby's chance to draw level, and they have not. Thanks to that fantastic save by Shay Given. An unbelievable stop.
Obviously, a wonderful save by Shay Given has helped us to collect the 2 extra points. But overall, we just edged it. But I would expect that because we were at home. But you know, they fought tooth and nail.
United had knocked out 2nd Division and 1st Division sides so far in the Worthington Cup. The 4th round opponents were Ipswich Town from the Premier League. Shola Amiobi was in for Craig Bellamy. Steve Harper was in for Shay Given. Newcastle was soon in control.
Lovely, just a little touch was enough for Solano. And now for Robert in an excellent position. And Robert buries it through the legs of the keeper. Lovely ball from Lee, and the awareness from Solano was excellent. Nice work by Gary Speed. Solano again taking up a central position. This is Shearer Amiobi. Oh, that's a lovely goal. He walked it in at the end. And Amiobi comes in for Bellamy and carries on the same routine. Excellent passing by Newcastle all the way through again. And Newcastle break again. Solano, Robert, and here comes Shearer. Meat and drink. That is 99 now, and counting. Alan Shearer, 1 short of the ton now, and Newcastle take total control. Solano against, he's creating everything. And he's got another one for Shearer, and that is 100. Alan Shearer wasting no time to knock up the ton.
Let's hear it for Alan Shearer.
Massive applause around the stadium for Alan Shearer. Holland, Clapham through. Oh, they've got one back, and it is young Darren Bent.
So Alan Shearer, who'd scored 100 goals for Newcastle United, a tremendous achievement to take his place in the record books.
Well, to see my name on that list of 9 players, 8 other players, and myself, is some of the players on there: Milburns, Beardsley's, McDonald's, some great players on there, and it's a big thing for me to see my list alongside some of them.
Away to Charlton. Surely this would be the match to break the London jinx. Bobby Robson's team was up to 4th, but after Shearer's 100th goal came a controversial red card.
Plenty of distance on the clearance there. Shearer with the header on. Bellamy is hunting. Bellamy! Oh, really thumping the bottom of Ian Kiley's post. Robert. Also looking for this breakthrough. It's only half clear. Speed! And Gary Speed again loitering with intent. Just hovering around at the edge of the box. Half cleared, and Speed hit it early and found the target. Ball's free. Babizes can't get it clear. And that's the substitute, Charlie McDonald, with the equaliser. 7 minutes to go. That's a blow. Shearer challenging for it. Unfortunately, the substitute has gone down. Shearer, the arm was up. Fortune down like a bag of hammers. And that's a red card for Alan Shearer. Andy Durso.
I didn't do anything wrong. I went up for a run-of-the-mill challenge, as I do in 10, 15, 20 times in every game, and because the defender's gone down, the linesman assumed that I'd used my elbow. Obviously, when he seen it on television, he knew he'd done wrong, and I was delighted that they changed their mind.
Having knocked Ipswich Town out of the League Cup, Bobby Robson took the league points against his old club at Portman Road. Nobby Solano tapped in the only goal of the match. Ipswich's Geordie striker Alan Armstrong almost levelled the scores, but once again, Shay Given was on top form. Newcastle were holding on to 4th place. Ipswich had finished 5th the previous season, but it wasn't their year, and this wasn't their day. Former Ipswich star Kieran Dyer made his first appearance, coming off the bench after pestering the boss.
Good reaction from their fans, what really touched me as well. I think I got on for 10 minutes, but the whole second half I was an absolute nightmare to the gaffer. I said, in any danger gaffer would get me on. I thought my chance was going to come, but he gave me 10 minutes, and I think we were 1-0 up, and we were cruising, to be honest, so it was a great time to come on.
The Worthington Cup quarter-final was away to Chelsea, and United's 29th match in the capital without a win, an unwanted record. But it was also a record 23rd League Cup appearance for Newcastle by Rob Lee.
Fabiaro forward. That one's just snuck through. Little touch. It's come back off the bar there. Dallas. Melchiot. Ball into space for Gudjonsson. Gudjonsson runs, hits it. Given, marvellous save. Shay Given really is in some form. Solano knocks the ball into the middle there. Oh, that was a chance. Andy O'Brien. Newcastle need to hold their line well. Zenden in a great position now. Big danger here for Newcastle. Dangerous ball. Oh, they've done it, Chelsea. It had to be Hasselbank.
Got a disappointed dressing room in there. Devastated, really. I thought the last 15 or 20 minutes there was only one team going to win it, and it certainly wasn't Chelsea. We've been caught with a sucker punch, unfortunately, but devastated is the way to describe it.
Out of one cup, time to concentrate on the league. A win at home to Blackburn would lift Newcastle into 3rd. Shola Amiobi was given his chance in place of Craig Bellamy. 5 yellow cards had earned the Welshman a suspension. Olivier Bernard was in for Laurent Robert.
Done then to take it on. He can certainly hit them. So can Tugai. Good efforts. Off the crossbar. But surely in. Finally forced in by David Dunn. Lualua. They have some flair and pace out there now. Here's Bernard. But he's shot away. And it's a marvellous equaliser for the young Frenchman, Olivier Bernard. His first in the Premiership. Shearer. Unlucky. It's gone a little wide, but the danger certainly hasn't passed. Solano's cross. Shearer stretching. Oh, it's gone in! Incredible! Speed. 2 goals in 4 minutes have turned this game around.
It was one of those where, you know, the ball's high in the air and I've just tried to knock it back across goal really for someone else to knock it in. But I think the bit of spin on the ball, as I've headed it back, it's gone over Brad's head, and he's fortunate, but we'll take it, you know.
Newcastle were now 3rd, and next up was a trip to 2nd placed Arsenal. If Bobby's team could break the jinx, if they could beat Arsenal, they could be top at Christmas.
If it's the biggest world I've ever known in football, you know. If I had wings, I could fly to the moon. Yes.
Would you like to be there, though?
Would I like to be on the moon?
A win at Highbury would be a small step towards a title challenge and a giant leap to the top of the Premiership. Kieran Dyer was back in the starting lineup. Newcastle started with their backs to the wall.
Arsenal, what they don't want to do is be made to pay really for missing those chances or those opportunities they created so early. It's a red card. Parla receives a second yellow, and that adds up to yet another red. Well, there's certainly one or two question marks has got to be said about the marking. Sympathy with each other, but you knew exactly that. I said to you at half-time, there's one or two now going to be treading that tightrope, and I thought Bellamy may well be one. He's got an unnecessary booking in the first half, 40 cent, and I think all the players have great sympathy with each other. But again, it's something and nothing.
Dyer. That's an interesting ball, and Robert is onside. He could win it here for Newcastle. He goes down, and it's a penalty.
Well, he sees a tackle from behind. Graham Paulie has an awful long look at the situation. It's Sol Campbell.
And a great strike. Newcastle United take the lead. 5 minutes to go. Shearer's first ever goal on this famous ground. Could it break the duck for the Geordies?
Well, it's a wonderful strike from the penalty from Alan Shearer.
Laurent Robert makes it 3-1. That goal could send Newcastle United to the top of the Premiership table.
He gets one-on-one with the goalkeeper. The first time it happened, he got a penalty. The second time, he puts the game beyond Arsenal.
I remember the players coming in, particularly Alan Shearer as well, coming in and went, I can't believe that, you know. And everybody was like sitting down, didn't have a breath of energy left, absolutely shattered, sitting down and shaking their heads and saying, how do we do it? You know, it's unbelievable. And we were all thrilled, and because what a side we'd beaten.
It was a great night, you know. It was a special night, you know, because of the, you know, the build-up of the hoodoo and all that, and the, you know, the pressure was, in a sense, building on the lads to get the right result in London, and there's no better place to do it than Highbury, and it was a great 3 points.
I think it's probably, under the circumstances, the best result of the season.
Newcastle had won in London at the 30th time of asking, and they'd taken top place in the Premiership table. Just one match to go before Christmas, and it was away to Leeds at Elland Road. No changes in the Newcastle lineup. Everybody deserved to keep their place after the Arsenal win. So would United still be top of the tree at Christmas? Well, Santa's the Geordie, and they won by the odd goal in 7.
On for Dyer, needs some support. Bellamy's a late arrival, Bellamy's unmarked. Bellamy scores! Leeds singularly failed to pick him up. The leaders of the Premiership are in front again. And they're determined to enjoy it. Here goes Bowyer. Chance for Lee Bowyer on his return! Would you believe that? Johnson. Maduka, it's a nice turn by Mark Maduka. Oh, that's a brilliant goal! Ferdinand. Seth Johnson, 5 in a line for Leeds. Here's Bowyer. Not everything's coming off for him today. Now Ian Hart on his favoured left. And that's why it's favoured. Solano. Dyer. And the header has found the back of the nets. And Newcastle are back in it again. Robbie Elliott with a free header after Martin could only parry. Disna and O'Brien. Speed, they ask for handball. Referee says penalty. Given against Eric Bakker. Well, could he have got his hand out of the way? Alan Shearer has scored 16 goals against Leeds United. His record against any club is 17 against Coventry. So this to level that and to level the match at 3-3. Never any question. You had to put your mortgage on someone scoring from the spot. Your home loan would rest surely on the shoulders of Shearer. Bellamy left in a crumpled heap, but Newcastle importantly have the ball. And here's Noel Solano for Newcastle, and he's made it 4-3! Bobby Robson does a jig of delight on the touchline and then remembers that he's nearly 69. Joy unconfined amongst the travelling hordes. Noel Solano, whose place in this game was under threat, has made it 4-3 with 10 seconds of the 90 minutes still to play. What a game and what a finish!
It was a big period for us, December, because we had some very, very tough games, both home and away, and it was a month that was very significant because we came through it. We played some great stuff, got some great wins, and we sit on top of the pile come Christmas, as you say, and it was a great party atmosphere here at St James's over the Christmas period.
The team certainly had plenty to celebrate over the festive season, but some of the players also found time to play Santa Claus. The youngsters at the Freeman Hospital, there was an extra special present.
I've just seen a young lad, 15-year-old, Michael, who's called from Carlisle, and he come in for what was meant to be a routine operation, and his heart wasn't too well, and that was 4 weeks ago, and he's just found out this morning that he had a heart bypass. So it really does. I mean, it's here we are delighting Newcastle sitting at the top of the league, and there's a lot of other things going on in the world.
On Boxing Day, Arsenal went top when they beat Chelsea in a midday kickoff. But United's festive fortunes continued and they were back in pole position just a couple of hours later. Sylvain Distin started the Tyne Tees derby in place of Nikos Dabizas, who'd been injured against Leeds.
Speed's going to take route one. Shearer's chasing. Oh, Shearer's got a chance. Shearer shoots. Great save, Crossley. It's still there. Oh, that's going in. Oh, Shearer's going to claim it. Oh, what a strange goal. We're going to have to sort that one out. Gary Speed's long ball. Pedrou's trying to clear it. Straight at Shearer. Shearer's first chance is very well saved. Now it's Shearer and Southgate in there, and that's Shearer's got the last touch. Southgate had the chance to clear, but you don't mess about with Alan Shearer about. That's Alan Shearer's final touch, and that's 1-0 Newcastle.
It's a corner to Newcastle. And the header comes in, and that's 2-0! And Gary Speed, Solano's delivery. Crushing header came in. Dyer, oh, pace and skill and movement, excellent. Now Bellamy. 3 to aim at behind him, Craig Bellamy. If he goes to the far side, he can pick out Olivier Bernard, who's just arrived on the pitch and has made the game save! 3-0 Newcastle United. It was continued through Craig Bellamy. He looked up, he saw his options, and he picked exactly the right one. Bernard, 1 touch to control, 1 touch to put it in the back of the net.
Just 3 days later, and another 52,000 plus crowd at St James's. Could Bobby Robson's team stay at the top into the new year? Claudio Ranieri's Chelsea had knocked United out of the Worthington Cup. Once again, they gave Newcastle the blues.
Solano. It's a dangerous ball in the Bellamy. Oh, magnificent from Cudicini. Heidegger Johnson now. Ready to take on Andy O'Brien and getting away from him. Hasselbank's in the middle. He doesn't need him. It's 1-0 to Chelsea. Solano now to deliver. Shearer's in the middle and Shearer gets the goal. That's 1-1. 4 in 4 games for the skipper. Put on a plate by Solano. Classic finish. Lassau's ball out wide to Hasselbank. He's got some space. He's looking up for options. He's got Johnson in the middle. In between the defenders. 2-1 to Chelsea. How did he get through? Bernard's ball into the middle. And Shearer, and again Cudicini is equal to it.
We just didn't get anything bouncing for us all afternoon. You get a game like that sometimes when you know it's not going to be your day.
Newcastle against Manchester United at Old Trafford, watched by more than 67,500. By far the biggest crowd that Newcastle have played to in the Premiership this season.
Solano to take the corner. Dabizas. Oh, and off the line. It was Gary Speed's volley, and it was Philip Neville's headed clearance. Solskjaer. Silvestre. Van Nistelrooy. Newcastle look and wonder. I do feel that since the Arsenal game he's tried to be a more orthodox Fabian Barthez. Oh, Solana was pushing. And surely that's not going to count.
It's a great header as well, I have to say. They certainly came together.
Butts ball. Silvestre. And here's Solskjaer. Scores! Well, it's Manchester United's 50th Premiership goal of the season. Solskjaer. O'Keane can burst away. Got past Davies Ass.
Oh yes.
He's given the goal to Scholes. His second of the second half. A good number of the rivals to Manchester United trying to prize the crown away from them. And consistency is required. And here's Shearer! He scored a league goal at Old Trafford with a header, a trademark header. He scored for Newcastle for the 5th game in a row.
One of Bobby's signings said farewell for the rest of the season. Christian Basadas joined Tenerife for the remainder of the campaign. But there was a long-term commitment by local lad Shola Amiobi. He'd already made his mark as a member of the first team. He signed a new 4-year contract. The third round of the FA Cup at home to First Division Crystal Palace, but Sunderland had already gone out to First Division West Brom earlier in the day.
Shearer and Solana thrive on this sort of played square first. Shearer who whacks it into the right-hand corner. A perfect strike from the skipper. A wonderful strike from Alan Shearer. No chance for Alex Kalinko. Kurowski. Oh, that's a good ball from Morrison, and Morrison scores. Clinton Morrison does add to his tally, but in fact, it hasn't been given. So Newcastle have caused a lot of problems from free kicks from this sort of range, and they might well do here. They do, and Alan Shearer, but no. Again, the referee rules the goal out. Craig Bellamy. Oh, he's really picked up the pace. Craig Bellamy. Shearer. Desperate defending by Palace. Kurowski brings it away. Newcastle win it back. Now this is a chance for Acuna. And Acuna, surely this one counts. Clarence Acuna scored the first goal of the season. He's now scored Newcastle's 65th of the season. And Newcastle is surely on their way into the 4th round.
We were well aware of what happened to Sunderland before we kicked off, and we were determined that that wasn't going to happen to us. It did have the ingredients to be a banana skin, but I thought it wasn't vintage from us, but it was a good professional performance, and it 1-0. You're never safe, but I thought we were comfortable. We just needed that second one to ease off a little bit, and that's what happened.
Now check this out for the latest team lineup at St James's. No idea how ex-Sunderland skipper Bobby Kerr squeezed on the end, because this was the launch of Heroes, a new club for former Newcastle United players. Bobby Robson's boyhood hero was Albert Stubbins, and heroes from all generations will be at the ground on match days.
It's not all that long ago that us old fellas got out and played at St James's Park. Circumstances have changed and the stadium has changed, but football is still football, and I think it's only right that from time to time they should be recognised for what they did in their time.
The money raised from Alan Shearer's tribute dinner meant that he could hand over the keys to a brand new Variety Club Sunshine coach at the Thomas Beswick School on Newcastle's Chapel House estate.
It was great for me on the evening to be awarded the night, as it were, but I think the real reason was to help raise some money so we can raise money for the coach and for other things. And as I said, it is hard work during the year when you get asked to do things, but you do them. And when you come and see the kids and the smiles on their faces, it really is fantastic, it really is.
5 wins, 1 draw and just 1 league defeat in December earned Bobby the Manager of the Month award. Some reckon it's a jinx. But United no difference, because despite the defeats against Chelsea and Manchester United dropping them to 4th, A win at home to Leeds put Newcastle right back in the frame, less than a month after the win at Elland Road. Andy O'Brien and Laurent Robert were both in from the start, but Leeds were straight off the blocks.
Clearance by Jonathan Woodgate up towards Alan Smith, who's paired with Mark Viduka in attack and is suddenly clear. A great chance for Smith, and Leeds United are in front in less than 30 seconds. It's cleverly done by Hughes. Bellamy. Oh, little flick from Solano, it's in! Own goal by Michael Jubry. Diverts the ball past his own goalkeeper. And Newcastle United deservedly are on terms with just over a couple of minutes of the first half remaining. Solano. Gathered in towards Bellamy, on goes Dyer! 2-1! He has been absolutely irrepressible since his return, and he tucked that away beautifully, set up by the chest of Bellamy. Batty. Put away by Distat. Batty couldn't gather it in. Bellamy back to Dyer. Bellamy's making a break down the centre. Beautifully found by Kieran Dyer. Craig Bellamy. 3-1. After he'd been driven just a little wider than he would have liked. Beautifully fed by Kieran Dyer, whose return to form and fitness is good news for Newcastle and England. But it's Craig Bellamy of Wales who has what you imagine will be the final say in this latest gripping encounter of the Newcastle versus Leeds story.
I came back in when we were top of the league, and I couldn't believe it because last season I was so used to being on a losing team, and it was just a new team I came into. The confidence, when we went a goal behind last season, we were lucky to escape with a draw. I think we've been behind this season a number of times, and we've come back. So I just couldn't believe it was just a completely new team.
Kieran Dyer was the main reason for Sven-Göran Eriksson's visit to Filbert Street. But if you watch as many games as the England boss does, you're going to see some bad ones.
28 goals in Newcastle's last 7 games. It's Shearer! They've not had a better chance than that, Newcastle. Rodgers. Here's Muzzy, is it? Distat has to deal with it. Akinbaye.
In contrast to a goalless draw in the league, how about a 6-goal thriller at Peterborough in the Cup? Posh had beaten Darlington in the 3rd round. London Road was just past fit, but Kieran Dyer wasn't. He failed a pre-match test.
It's a goal for Newcastle from Andy O'Brien.
McCain's at the other end. As he turns, he gets good purchase on it. Bellamy.
Oh, they're in for a second. Jamie McLean steps.
And Bellamy here at the edge of the box. And when you just want the ball to run for you.
That's so that Joseph can cross. And it was an goal! The teammate with a cutback. And Peterborough, who are in severe danger of going 3-1 adrift. Counter-attack to try and make it 2-2 with David Farrell. It is 2-2! Barry Fry is off and running, and you can certainly say the same about his Peterborough United.
Got decent power in the air, but they're a big side. That's why Barry Fry expects his team, if they're concentrating, to deal with this.
Shearer. That's Williams. They're appealing for a penalty and they've got it. Handball.
This ball goes up in the air and then there's people going up. Look at them climbing all over it. Where's the handball? Oh, goodness me.
Alan Shearer would be high on the list. Here goes Shearer. He's done it. Mark Tyler went the right way, but the power on the shot.
Somebody, I think that's another really poor decision from this referee.
Here's Quinn.
it. Done. Aaron Hughes.
Right to left. Another good ball in. And that's a fine header.
So with safe passage to round 5 sorted out, how about another win in London? Kieran Dyer was still missing. A stress fracture of his left foot was his second serious injury of the season. But Nikos Dabizas and Aaron Hughes both made their 100th appearances for Newcastle as United chalked up their 150th win in the Premiership.
Anderton's corner. What got that away? This is King, Solano, Richards, Everson, 1-0. Stefan Everson in the right place. Bellamy, one of those familiar runs, taking defenders out wide. Still with Craig Bellamy. Oh, Robert just could not get a touch to that one. Robert's free kick. And there's Acuna. That's the equaliser. They didn't pick him up at all. Clarence Acuna always up there looking for goals. And that was a simple chance for him. Eastman's throw. Bellamy again trying to wriggle his way through. And he's got away. Options in the middle. It's Shearer. It's 2-1. Bellamy's pace again. Didn't seem a way through. Shearer does the rest. Bellamy again. What a problem he's been for Spurs. Aaron Hughes is up there supporting now. And Bellamy goes again and gets his goal. 3-1, his 14th of the season. He never stops running. Bellamy out wide. Great support from Aaron Hughes. He looked up and Bellamy darted in for the goal.
You gave Alan a goal, but you also got your own in the end. But I heard you joking in the tunnel that you do his legwork for him.
Yeah, I do a lot of running for him, but we've been having to go at each other because I've got myself into those positions a lot of times, and he keeps moaning I ain't picking him out. And I said, well, you keep hiding behind the players. I can't pick you up behind the players. And today he's made a little run, and I said, look, if you go and you get yourself in a position, I'll pick you up.
I think we've given a monumental performance away from home today, 3 days after playing against Peterborough in an FA Epic Cup tie. And I'm delighted. I thought the players worked magnificently. We had bags of enthusiasm. We had a great abundance of spirit. And we got the goals to match our football in the second half.
Warren Barton was the first of Bobby's blue chip brigade to move on. Signed by Kevin Keegan from Wimbledon for £4 million in '95, Warren's wholehearted approach won over the fans. In 220 games, he scored 5 goals before becoming the first signing for the new Derby manager, John Gregory. His ex-teammates' next test was at home to Bolton.
Eddie Days on tight side and plenty here happy to oppose the manager's view that Newcastle can't win the title. Sam Allardyce hoping his team have found a niche now. Had a midfield role in midweek and a marking job too. Oh, they were sloppy then. Here's Gartner going all the way through, and it's there. Ricardo Gartner. Touched off by Solano. Here is Shearer. It's 1-1, and it's that match Shearer again. But England's loss is very much Newcastle's gain. Giving up international football to prolong his club career, and it's all going to plan. Out by O'Brien, not too far. That was Whitlow. They might have something on here. Or the ricochet to Ricketts. Just couldn't force it in. Southall can. It's a stunning strike by Nicky Southall. On to Solano. Aaron Hughes now steaming forward. Did really well then to pull it back too. Attacked it in from Alan Shearer. Great run by Hughes, and he bent it over so invitingly. But look at Shearer here. Such determination. Bellamy can't get his head to it, but here's Solano. You've seen the run then of Hughes. It has to be surely. It's in from Bellamy, and it's 3-2 Newcastle. Solano with a glorious pass to Hughes, and Bellamy in Shearer fashion really attacked it.
It's a huge victory for us, and I think we've captured the imagination of the public, and we've sent them home happy again. 10 goals in 7 days and 3 games in 7 days is weary on the players, and we had a difficult December with 9 games in December and a hectic January, and to play like we've done today, I think it just speaks volumes for the quality of all of our players.
The quality was improved. £5 million brought Jermaine Jenas from Nottingham Forest. The England under-19 captain shares the same birthday as Bobby, and both share the same dream of Premiership success.
Every player dreams of playing at the highest level, there's no better place to be than the Premier League at the minute, and for a club as big as Newcastle United, that just makes it that much bigger of a dream.
I think he's a player now for today, and there's no doubt he's certainly a player for the future because he's 19 very soon. He's a big investment for us, he's a long-term investment for us. Who knows, I might not see the best of this kid. I bought this kid for the next manager in a way. I bought him for myself, but I see him as extremely long-term.
Robson's long-term signing certainly likes wearing black and white. He wouldn't take long to earn his stripes.
It's a great place to be. I came to see the game on Saturday and lads put on a good performance. It's a good place to be. I'm very pleased to be here at the minute.
One in and another one out. The end of Rob Lee's near 10-year association with the club. Once Kevin Keegan persuaded the Charlton favourite to choose Tyneside rather than Teesside, his career really took off. In his first 6 seasons in black and white, he hit 54 goals as United won promotion from the First Division and took the Premiership by storm. He's been Newcastle's most consistent midfielder under 4 different managers, even though one didn't rate him. But Rob decided to follow former teammate Warren Barton to join John Gregory's fight to keep Derby County in the Premiership. Jermaine Jenas' long-term Newcastle career had a short-term start. He was on the bench straight away for the match at home to Southampton. A win would take Newcastle briefly back to the top, and Robert Robson saw Laurent Robert come up with a Roberto Carlos.
Because it would have to be something special from here. It's Robert. Oh! And just how special! Have you seen a fiercer strike than that? Solano's got a good record at picking them out too. Oh yes! Alan Shearer! Solano's done it again! Solano's corner's a major factor in Newcastle's resurgence this season. And Alan Shearer has now scored in 10 of the last 12 games. Marsden far side of the penalty area. And now near side. Helped on, Svensson, and Pahars makes it 2-1. Final moments of the first half with Shearer, and now Bellamy. Oh, the referee says penalty for London Farms challenge. And so in first half stoppage time against his old club, it's Alan Shearer to make it 3-1. Taking on and beating Telfer. Here's Bellamy! Southampton not defending with very much concentration. Here's Solano. And Alan Shearer for his hat-trick! Hit the same post that Bellamy was denied by.
I'll tell you what it will cost, what it'll take. Whether we can do it or not, I don't know. I don't think we can, but it'll take 6 matches at home and 6 matches away, and if we win all 12, we've won the title. It's as simple as that. Now, can we win 12 games in succession? Doubtful.
St James's Park gets its first sight of the new £5 million recruit in the midst of a sellout crowd. The start of what they hope and he hopes will be a glittering career on Tyneside.
When I first stepped on the pitch, it was unbelievable, best feeling ever. I got a really good reception from the crowd actually when I first came on against Southampton, and that was really pleasing.
Mike, if you would come through the doors, please. Kevin Keegan.
In February 1992, Kevin Keegan's second coming at St James's sparked off one of the most exciting periods in the club's history. 10 years on, he was back again. Now the boss at Manchester City for a 5th round FA Cup match. What a reception. Inside the ground, more than 51,000 fans, the biggest attendance so far this season in the competition, also gave Keegan a typically warm welcome. It was some match.
Shearer now. Oh, he really hits them, doesn't he? Robert's on a great run here. He's got Bellamy in a good position. Bellamy disallowed, won't count. Bellamy through the middle now. He's getting away from Dunn. No, he's not. Dunn will be in trouble for that. Bellamy definitely pulled back. Dunn got a real handful of shirt. And Alan Wiley says, "You're off." Problems piling up for Kevin Keegan. Not many happy returns so far. It's not anybody's game though. This is Darren Huckabee. Agonising for Darren Huckabee against his old club. Speed chipping it forward. Oh, Solano is through here. And Weaver's messed that one up. And Solano takes the gift. And Newcastle have got the lead. Speed's ball through there. Weaver committed himself totally. Solano came up with the ball and the vital goal. Tiato and Horlock. And City still pushing all the way.
The fans said everything for me, and tonight they welcome me, and you know, we understand each other, and that's all that matters.
Obviously the return of Kevin Keegan, he's had a wonderful, warm, sincere welcome. Terrific honour for him. I saw my crowd tonight, and I tell you, there's no better place to play a game of football than at St James's Park, and I think that was indicative, and that was proved tonight by everybody. Wonderful crowd, marvellous public, and Kevin got what he deserved, and but we have won.
Terry McDermott, myself, when we came here, maybe we started this off, but it's gone a long, long way beyond that now when you come in here, and that's a credit to the club, and it's a tribute to the fans. And now the thing they need is the same thing they said when I left. They need a trophy in the cupboard. And I don't see why they can't do that. I hope they do.
Well, I don't compare it. I just know that to us it's our biggest game of the season, without doubt.
Bobby arrived at the Stadium of Light all smiles, despite the fact that United's last victory over the old enemy was almost 6 years earlier under Kevin Keegan. But Sunderland also had a score to settle. They hadn't beaten United on Wearside since Stan Cummins snatched a winner at Roker in 1980. Jermaine Jenas was about to make his first start in a Newcastle shirt. Some match for a debut.
Chance of a break here now for Newcastle. Bellamy is furthest forward. Bellamy! It's offside. It's not going to count. Great running, but the linesman didn't like it. It's a really big kick right into the heart of Newcastle's defence. And Phillips going through. Wonderful save, Shay Given. Phillips thought he was in. Free kick. Quickly taken. Sharply taken for Kilban. And another great save from Shay Given. Just enough. Solano. Bellamy checks, turns, whips it into the middle. And Davizas and Sorensen this time away with his boots. Great work by the keeper. Easton getting real distance on the throw. Davizas is up there again. This time it's the woodwork. He's desperate for a goal. To score. Boy, is he happy. Twice he'd come close, Nikos Davizas. Third time, so lucky. Turning that ball past Sorensen. Cluster of players there. Davizas, full of determination. 1-0 to the Magpies. Shearer in there scrapping. Davizas in there scoring.
Yeah, I'm pleased for those guys and maybe women as well. It's been a good day. My first ever Tyne-Wear victory, but players that deserved it, they've done it. It's been a massive 3 points, and I'm pleased.
the fans wanted that win a lot, and today I think we gave them a big pleasure, because obviously Sunderland are the big rivals, and obviously we confirmed today that we are the better side in the Northeast.
And not far off the best team in the country. 2 points behind Manchester United with 1 game in hand. Come the end of the season, the top 2 would qualify automatically for the Champions League proper. But Newcastle's squad was at full stretch, and when a scan revealed big problems for Craig Bellamy, United's young star would find himself sidelined for the next 8 games. A bitter blow. Even with injuries, the Premiership trophy was still in Bobby's sights. In fact, he could almost touch it. Steve McLaren and Peter Reid wouldn't get their hands on the silverware. But if Newcastle could do the double over Arsenal, then the double would still be on. At home to the Gunners, Bobby gave a first start at St James's Park for Jermaine Jenas. He was in for Kieran Dyer. Craig Bellamy's place was taken by Shola Amiobi. But Arsenal were up for this one.
Perez. Wiltor makes a run out wide. Well, that's a great touch from Bergkamp. That is just pure genius. 1-0. Dangerous ball into the middle. Still not clear. Solano again fires it inside netting. Very little angle to hit. Campbell nods it half clear. On to Solano again. And Seaman had to beat that one away, and Dixon needed to be sharp for his age. Solano so close again. Bergkamp's free kick, and Campbell powers in Arsenal's second. Shearer, oh, and Seaman gets down well at his near post. Good reactions.
I'm not despondent. I think we're fourth. We 1 point behind Liverpool with a game in hand. We play them on Wednesday. And I've said the players nothing to be ashamed of. We've lost to a tough team. And much of our play was very, very good.
We'll just keep going along. We've never said we can win it. But what we will say is that we'll certainly try our best to stay up there. But it'll have a big bearing on. Yeah, we would have much preferred to come away with something from the game. But as I said, we're down, but we're certainly not out.
Down but not out. But this was a vital week. And a week when the lights went out on Newcastle's title challenge. The floodlights failed before kick-off at Anfield, but Liverpool stayed switched on. Carl Cort was back in the starting lineup for the first time all season. But United's strike force was firing blanks.
Anelka now. And here comes Murphy. How did Murphy get there and tuck that one away? 1-0. Robert. Dangerous ball in. Dudek. Acuna. Turn back in again. Acuna again. Oh, over the top. Still with Murphy. Given got a hand to it, but couldn't do much about it in the end. A second for Murphy. Anelka. Keski is there in the middle. Sweetser. Here comes Haman. Oh, that's well placed. It will be the former Newcastle player.
So, 2 league defeats in a week against 2 of the Premiership's big guns. Time to concentrate on the quarter-final of the FA Cup against the Gunners. Jamie McLean and Clarence Acuna had to make sure that they were on the same wavelength. Theirs was a makeshift midfield partnership, and they played a blinder.
Vieira knocks it wide for Wiltor. Wiltor looking for some room to get his cross in, which he does do, and Aju is there. And Arsenal score first again. Now Solano, has he got the pace to get around Stepanovs? Solano keeps his balance. Real chance here. Oh, Robert's effort comes back off the frame of the goal. Bobby Robson's team are digging in this time, that's for sure. Babizas with a long ball forward. Shearer, that's a great flick. Robert, that's a great finish. And with the right foot as well. Shearer, classic centre-forward play. What a great first touch. And Robert, who says he hasn't got a right foot? Well, not Richard Wright. Good movement forward by Deestan, always looking up for an option. He's caught, just couldn't reach and get a foot on it.
It's probably the nearest they've been to a defeat away from home all season. As you know, they haven't lost an away match. What a remarkable record that is. That shows you the strength of Arsenal. But on that day, and we didn't have our best midfield, our two midfield players were Jamie McGlenn and Acuna, who probably on the day were our two best players. They were fantastic. They competed against Gramondi and Vieira. I never saw those two players much that afternoon. Acuna and Jamie McGlenn stole the show. And we were very unlucky not to knock them out.
A national trade magazine called Football Monthly, which judges all the programmes in the league, every one of the 92 clubs every year, and we have picked up the Most Improved Programme award in the Premiership, which is quite an achievement really. Last year on a value for money table we were very low down. This year on that very same table we're now 5th. It's a balance of editorial content against advertising, and we deliberately reduced the advertising last summer, increased the pagination at the same time. It meant a lot more work for me to do, something like another 18 pages to fill, but we do it and we've taken that award and we're pretty proud of it.
And once again, the club with the best Matchday magazine had the best manager of the month. Newcastle's next opponents would go along with that. It was Bobby's old club. Ipswich Town were a team in trouble, fighting an ultimately unsuccessful battle against relegation. Jermaine Jenas was still deputising for Newcastle's Ipswich Old Boy. Kieran Dyer was on the bench. Newcastle paid the penalty.
Newcastle down the other end all of a sudden. Shearer against McGreal. Alan Shearer. No. He's been penalised. Stewart's little flick. No flag. Marcus Bent clean through. Best chance of the day for Ipswich, and he's taken it. Marcus Bent makes the breakthrough. Shearer leaving it for Robert. Curled in. A stroke of genius from Laurent Robert at a moment that Newcastle United desperately needed one. Owen, it's been lost by O'Brien and found by Bent, and Ipswich Town are back in front. Noel Solano. He's turned Ryderson. That's a clever cross. Shearer! Trademark Shearer goal ruled out. It's forced Robert wide. Clipped in towards Shearer. Third time lucky. The kind of header we've seen from him time and time again down the years. Armstrong got to him. Davizat just managed to resist the Ipswich substitute, driving Newcastle on again. Acuna slips inside the box, looks to the referee who points to the spot. It was a push. Clarence Acuna. It was Davizat who made it happen, and Makin definitely pushed him in the back. Shearer to win it. Oh, he's missed. And the look on Bobby Robson's face reflected on 51,000 faces inside St James's Park. Of all the people, Alan Shearer misses the target.
The last kick of the match, did you think that had cost you a place in the Champions League, or did you allow that thought to enter your mind?
No, I mean, if it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have had a point, would we? I scored the equaliser. Yeah, I got used to seeing that for a few days afterwards, but yeah, that penalty miss hurt. It was an awful penalty, it really was. It was the worst I've ever taken. Don't ask me what happened, because I don't know. But yeah, it was a dreadful penalty. It did cost us 2 points, but I was always confident that we'd still get into the Champions League.
Back to the FA Cup. The winners would play Borough in the semis. Malcolm McDonald was at Highbury to see his old clubs go head-to-head. Supermac and the travelling Toon Army saw the eventual cup winners in action, but they were wearing red.
Now Bergkamp, but back to him off O'Brien, and in comes Perez and plants it in the corner. Wiltor. Perez is onside. Bergkamp's in the middle. Ball comes early to Bergkamp. Bergkamp puts it in. And Arsenal lead by 2-0. Shearer. The shot's on, and he's tried to chip it. That was a very bright idea as well. Across to have a word with someone on the bench. Bergkamp takes it towards Adam, and behind him is Sol Gamble. Cunha tries again.
Looks for offside.
The flag is up. We had to just peer to our right to make sure. He certainly did. Seemed to be in an offside position.
We got done in the replay, which was very, very disappointing because we know what the FA Cup means to the people here at Newcastle, and it was a shame that we went out because we really thought we could go on and win it. I feel anyway that the fans here at Newcastle would prefer us to win the FA Cup rather than the Premier League, and I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. So we were well aware of that, and we were determined to go out and try and win the FA Cup, but it wasn't to be.
Side by side, United's strike force from 2 seasons before. This really was a good Friday for Shearer's team, the biggest home win of the season. Even Duncan Ferguson couldn't spoil the Easter weekend.
Got that one away. Ferguson, that's gone in. 5 minutes gone. Duncan Ferguson of all people, and Given is furious with that one. Shearer's away, has a look round. Shearer with a chance to equalise. Get your money on this man. A classic Alan Shearer finish again. Side of the foot, pinpoint. Shearer battling for it. Robert looks to take on his man. Looks to go all the way. Good cross. Cole Court, great goal. 2 in 3 minutes, and Court really needed that one. Fires in the cross, Robert. First time connection, excellent. Ferguson again making a real nuisance of himself. Alexanderson goes all the way, and that's another scrappy goal Everton have poached. Given disgusted once more. Jenas. Well, that was a good strong shot there. Simonson pleased to knock it away. Robert with the corner. Ball ricocheting around. Andy O'Brien, 3-2. The defender squeezes the ball in. It was all going off in the box there, but O'Brien, real determination there. O'Brien fighting for the ball and just poking it home. Shearer, that's a lovely ball. Real break on here for Kieran Dyer. Solano wants it, and it's 4-2. Great move. Dyer, high speed work again. Just try stopping him, and Solano did the rest. Newcastle are really buzzing now. This is Jenas. He's loving it too. Solano makes a run, excellent through ball. Solano with the finish. Oh, they're running riot now. 2 for Solano, 5 for Newcastle. And to think they were behind. Lovely through ball from the youngster. And Solano took it on and tucked it away. Bernard. This is Loire. Always something likely to happen when he's on the ball. Oh, and he's off and running. Still Loire. And Bernard. Oh, that's 6. Bernard and Loire, the 2 substitutes. It's been an absolute football festival. Loire off like a train here. Bernard just waiting for the service. 6.
The belief was back today, as you've seen in the second half especially. We played some good stuff, scored some good goals, and yeah, it's put us back in where we belong, we feel.
Everybody played their part, but what about Kieran Dyer today, his performance?
He's a great player, unbelievable how fast he is. Played very well, everyone played very well, that's why we won today.
Today the Barclaycard man of the match is Nobby. Perhaps you'll give him the bottle.
Well done, Nobby. Thank you. Thank you very much.
United's challenge for Europe took them next to Villa Park, and that brought together 2 former England managers. Graham Taylor had succeeded John Gregory and was desperately trying to keep his side in the top half of the Premiership. Alan Shearer was still marching towards his 200th Premiership goal.
Dyer. Staunton gets it away, only as far as Robert. Back off the post, and Shearer! Newcastle in the lead within 3 minutes. 199 and counting. Good move. Staunton thought he dealt with it. Robert, again, excellent first touch. And who else waiting but Alan Shearer? Gareth Barry. Decent cross, and Crouch, the new boy. He is a tall man, and he is a problem in the air. This is Boateng. Boateng still going with a bit of an opening, and a flying save there from Shay Gibbon. He deserves the applause. Acuna. It's another decent ball, and it dies on the end of it. Just too high.
One more goal needed for Alan Shearer's double century in the Premier League, and just one more point towards the Champions League against Fulham.
Shearer taking the ball well. Looking it through for Dyer. Dyer's away here. And Dyer's got the goal. That's his first goal since he's come back from injury. And he put it away all right. Not quite a simple putt, that one. But he made it look like it. That one spoons off D-Stat. And Sahara's through the middle here. Oh, marvellous save by Shay Gibbon. What technique. Not clear yet. Five back in, and he went it off Sahar. He almost looks embarrassed. The former Newcastle player. Still trying to get something going here, Newcastle. Looking for a penalty. Melville looking slightly guilty. Dyer crashes into him and did go down a bit sharp.
Derby County were going down, but not without a fight. This match was a real battle. 5 goals, bruises, and even blood was given for the cause. There was more than pride at stake at Pride Park. Warren Barton was the Derby captain against his old teammates. And that good-looking chap Rob Lee was up against his best mate, that good-looking bloke Alan Shearer.
Speed. Robert, long way out, that doesn't bother him! Oh, and Oakes in the end managed to tip it onto the bar. Stroupart, good ball back for Lee Morris. Christie's waiting to attack it! Malcolm Christie scores after 38 seconds of the second half. Kinkladze, Warren Barton, Morris wants it, and he's got it! Oh, what a good finish! Derby go 2 up. Tense times. Offside against Shearer. That is not his 200th Premiership goal. Speed, almost squeezed it through for Shearer. Then a collision in the centre of the field has left a player from each side down. Shearer is one of them. And there's concern for both of them. There's blood seeping from the face of Rob Lee. Solano lining this up, but Robert takes it. Oh! What a fantastic free kick! 1 or 2 accusing glances in the direction of the Derby goalkeeper, who's still on his knees on the goal line. Only as far as Olivier Bernard. Speed. Solano, Newcastle are in here, and Kieran Dyer has made it 2-2. There's a question mark over an offside against Solano, but there was no flag, even though there might well have been. And Dyer's task from that point on was fairly simple. Solano came off Riggott. Here's Robert. Speed wants it laid back to him. Robert's being a bit selfish. Oh! But it's so nearly paid off. Inside of the post and out again. Lualua. Janus. Oh, struck it well off the bar. That's 3 times now that Newcastle have struck the woodwork. Dyer. Solano. He's been forced wide, but it's still a chance. Oh, Lualua! 2-0 down, 3-2 up. Once more, a question mark over an offside. Once more, no flag. Once more, Newcastle score. Derby appeal in vain. Lualua scores his first Premiership goal in his 37th Premiership game.
I'm always having a fight with Kieran Dyer, saying you never score the Premiership goals, and today I thought if I get a longer time and just try my best, and thank God it has happened. So I don't know how to explain it, but I'm really happy.
Craig Bellamy was still sidelined, but he came onto the pitch to pick up the PFA's Young Player of the Year award. Bobby's best buy stayed on the bench against Charlton, but nothing would keep Newcastle's number 9 out of the action. Not even a nose full of stitches would stop Alan Shearer scoring his 200th goal in the Premier League. And his strike partner scored his second. Stand by for the celebration of the season.
It's in by Solano. Speed! Always a threat from set pieces. Gary Speed's first goal since Boxing Day came gift-wrapped. Here's Gary Speed, who scored the only goal so far. Lualua. And Lualua! Cue the acrobatics. Oh! Coming 44 seconds into the second half. And when you look at that, little wonder, first, that Bobby Robson has such faith in him, and second, that in giving him the name Lomano Tresor Lualua, his parents christened him Unique Treasure. Speed. Here's Shearer. Yes! 200 Premiership goals for Alan Shearer. In top-flight terms, there's been no one else to touch him these past 10 years. And it's also Newcastle's 100th goal of a terrific season. And he will treasure that match ball.
Congratulations, Alan. I'm happy to give it to you. Well deserved. A truly wonderful day for you. And good luck to you. And
thank you very much.
with many more clicks.
I hope so. Thank you.
Yeah, very special. Even more so, it was here at St James's Park, at the Gallagher end, in front of my people, if you like. And what a reception they gave me. And, from the very, very first day I came here to Newcastle in '96, they've been nothing but wonderful for me. And that was forget the goal and forget the 3 points, but the reception they gave me when I scored that goal was, I wouldn't get it anywhere else in the country.
Fourth place looks almost assured. We just need 1 point, isn't it, marvellous? 3 games to go, we need 1 point to finish fourth. Not beyond our wildest dreams, because we did have wild dreams, but it's probably slightly better than we expected. And we've had a magnificent season.
So, as Bobby said, 1 point at Blackburn would clinch at least that vital 4th place in the league. Shearer had never scored a Premiership goal for Newcastle at Ewood Park. He soon put that right. And Gary Speed reached a milestone, 350 appearances, a record in the Premiership.
Gillespie gets in front of Elliott. Now Cole. Back to Gillespie. It's Keith Gillespie. Goal! Here's Solano getting it across, looking for Shearer. Now can Robert pull it back across? He actually tested the goalkeeper and might do so again here. Into the side netting. Stan has gone forward for the corner. Put away almost by Davizas. Back to Solano. And fed back across, and it's turned in. And guess who? Alan Shearer. First Premiership goal at Ewood Park since he played here for Blackburn. earn you a place in the Champions League next season.
Alan Shearer.
Gillespie has played the corner back to Dunn, who's returned it to the scorer of the first goal. Now looking to get in there, and does! It's a trio of goals from players against their former club. Here's Robert, and here's Alan Shearer again! Yes! 2 for Newcastle, 2 for Shearer, and it's level pegging again. And Craig Bellamy is going to come on to take the place of Lomano Trésor Lualua, having missed the last 10 matches with a knee injury. The PFA's Young Player of the Year gets the opportunity to make his mark. Twice Shearer brought Bobby Robson's team back into it. And Robson and Shearer will be leading their troops in Europe.
I'm just delighted that we're back in the Champions League. We knew that a point would keep everyone happy, but it didn't go to script with us going 1-0 down and then 2-1 down. But we've shown our battling qualities once again and come away with a point, and I suppose everyone's happy.
So Newcastle United back in Europe. Cue here for the shirt. More than 52,000 fans turned up for the West Ham match, the last home fixture in the Premiership. That meant United have been watched by crowds exceeding 2 million home and away over the season. On the pitch, Robson resisted recalling Bellamy. His season was over. The Hammers threatened to spoil the party.
There's Canute again. Defoe this time to score. Well, they've threatened it for the past 6 or 7 minutes. Again, it was very simple. And the home side press again. That's a good ball by Robert. Shearer's free on goal. Shearer scores. Alan Shearer's 26th goal of the season. He really did thread the eye of a needle, the Frenchman. Shearer held his line. Repka appealed. Play on, said the referee. And Alan Shearer just planted the ball beyond David James. Now Lualua on. Good header back in by Repka. They had no option but to head it clear. David James straight to Laurent Robert. Smashes it. Good one-handed save. And Lualua has turned it in. And he delivers a one single full somersault. David James with a save from Laurent Robert. And Lualua with his 4th goal of the season. Who looks on as Newcastle look to instigate another attack. Solano, it's a fantastic ball through, and Laurent Robert's hit the post and has scored. Well, it was a truly phenomenal pass by Norberto Solano. Took the ball in his stride. Solano's pass, quite magnificent. Robert teased it round and over David James.
3-1 the final score. United had treated their fans to 60 goals at St James's over the season. It was time to say a big thank you.
We've given our adoring public, I think, a day to remember. So, but they deserve it, and we need to give that to them.
What has been Bobby's secret with this team?
Treating men like men and getting the best out of his players, and that's it's a great example to any other managers to follow that man there through hard work.
Now, how many footballers does it take to cook this? Well, 4 actually, with a pinch of world-class chefs. This was a cookery demonstration with a difference, though Shay Given didn't need too much persuading. Norberto Solano loves a bit of spice. Aaron Hughes likes lobsters. And Jermaine Jenas, well, he just likes looking cool. Legend Peter Beardsley sat this one out as Newcastle United cooked for charity.
I used to cook when I was single and living on my own because I had to. Beans on toast was a speciality. But no, I'd say I enjoyed that, you know, but my wife does all the cooking now, so it's alright.
I like to try a little bit. Nothing fancy like that, you know, just simple stuff. But maybe have a little go at something like that now I know how it's done.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, you know, getting down here and doing things for charity. That's what I really enjoy doing, you know. I mean, none of the lads mind having an afternoon to help charity, you know.
The NSPCC, Cancer Research, Fleming Children's Trust and Children in Peru will all benefit from this tasty fundraising event. The end of season awards, though, weren't for cooking.
The North East Player of the Year for 2002 is, of course, Alan Shearer.
Who else? Alan's international retirement in 2001 had produced record-breaking results for Newcastle. Shay Given and Middlesbrough's Gareth Southgate ran him close, but United skipper picked up the North East Footballer of the Year award from former Sunderland favourite Charlie Hurley, watched by the boss. And so to the final match of the season. United hadn't won at Southampton in 30 years, and the new stadium, St Mary's, didn't bring a change in fortune. In fact, it ended in tears for Newcastle's England World Cup squad man.
Marion Pahals, twisting and turning, and Svensson! Anders Svensson just pokes that one home for 1-0. Ormerod's chasing it, Given comes out, and that's a penalty. Brett Ormerod chasing it. Shay Given, totally committed, took him with his legs. And Given has to make the save. Here goes Beattie, got a hand to it, but it's 2-0. Corner. Over for Robert. Pushed away, and Shearer's on hand. 2-1. Shearer always looking to pick up the pieces. And Newcastle got a foothold. Oh, Dyer's away. Dyer with space to run. That's a terrible tackle from El Khalej. Oh, that was an absolute shocker. They still hang people for that in some countries. And Dyer was flying, and he just clogged him right over the knees. Red card, it's worth 2 red cards. And Dyer, the World Cup looming, is in absolute agony. Oh, that is too cruel. Surely not the World Cup gone out of the window. Oh no. Through the middle here is Telfer. That is an excellent finish to round off the season, but not for Bobby Robson.
And here it is. Newcastle finished the season in 4th place in the Premiership. Arsenal are champions, Liverpool runners-up. Manchester United join Bobby's boys in the Champions League. What a prospect.
Provided we win our qualifying match, who knows what group we will be in, and who knows what will be seen here at St James's. All I'm concerned about is not so much who we're going to play, but the side that we're going to build. You know, what can we put out? You know, so that whoever comes here, whether it be Juventus, you know, or Panathinaikos, or Werder Bremen, or whoever's in it, you know, or Ajax, they know they're going to come and not find it easy to go away with a victory.
It's massive, you know. It's good for the club and good for the supporters and good for the players. I mean, the first season I was here, we were playing the Champions League here against Barcelona and teams like that, and you know, they were extra special nights. The atmosphere was unbelievable, and you know, hopefully we can have them next year again. And you know, that's what the fans deserve, because they've been magnificent all year.
It's well known that I hate pre-season training, but for once I might just look forward to coming back in with the incentive of playing Champions League football next year, and we all feel that's where this club belongs. We've got there through very, very hard work. We'll hopefully be in there, given a good draw, and get some great teams and great players here at Newcastle.
We'll just persevere, we'll work at it, we'll keep going, see what we can do. But if we play some of the same football and get some of the same results and have a similar season, with maybe a bit better luck in the cups, and with Europe to come, I still think we'll give 52,000 people here a marvellous season.